Good morning, Ruth. Hey, Ashley. Ashley, can you hear me?
Okay, there you are.
All right.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, Jeslyn's not here yet, so I'm a little nervous because I'm not set up yet,
Okay.
but I'm getting there.
Well, that's all right. We appreciate you girls coming in. I was looking forward to it. The social media class is always a good one.
Yeah, she said that you were wanting us just to kind of go over like the basics of Facebook, I guess, since
Well, we only have about 50 minutes or so I know sometimes this class can go long, so we want to kind of keep it one topic, one focus.
okay.
Talk about best practices around social media, and I know a lot of our agents are using Facebook at a high level, and they're running their Facebook ads, things like that. So
Right.
we these things, the Zooms, people participate, ask questions, so we may have questions about other things. We'll kind of see where it goes.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I assume you have all sorts of slides to share and all sorts of things.
That was my thing. I don't know how to share them because I had to dial in from my phone.
Oh, okay.
So can I connect my computer to Zoom to share the screen, or?
I don't know. I'm still, you can Zoom via computer. So we got a few minutes. Jeslyn hopefully isn't too far away.
I hope not. Let's see.
So the only way, are you wanting to share slides that are on your computer and you're Zooming on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the only way that you can screen share is if you are on Zoom on whatever device you are like participating in the call on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can like upload your slides to Google Drive and then access it from your phone or maybe email it to yourself, then you might be able to screen share on your phone that way.
Okay.
Thank you, Allison.
Now I wonder.
Oh, hey, look at you. Now you're on here twice.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. We're getting some Zoom bingo cards made where, you get, if somebody says, can you see my screen? Can you hear me? It says, we play bingo.
Well, I wasn't sure if mine had audio or not.
It looks like it does. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get on. We got a big group. I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you're not just in front of our group, but you're in front of Branson too. And if the news is right, the Chinese may be watching you to learn about social media. So
Oh, goodness.
could be potentially up to 1 billion people watching.
Way to make me not nervous.
Attendance usually jumps up about 9:03. That's when everybody decides to get on. Right now, everybody's busy looking at themselves on the screen, deciding if they want to share the video or just go audio on.
That's understandable.
All right, well, it's 9 o'clock. We'll start talking, give everybody a few minutes to get logged in and catch on. We all know the first rule in real estate is the 9 o'clock meeting starts at 9:03. So we give everybody a few minutes to play with their backgrounds, etc., and see if they get everything set up the way they want it, get logged in. I was taking a look at the MLS up here, and I don't have access to the Branson MLS. I assume y'all's market is still good. In the last 3 days, just this week, we've had 23 new listings, 10 pending, 30 contingent, and 18 sold. So we're still definitely doing a lot of business. I know, anecdotally, I've talked to a lot of the agents I am seeing and interacting with, and they're writing deals and doing business. So that's good. It's important. We talked about mindset yesterday, and real estate business is still moving forward. People still need somewhere to live. We're in the hierarchy of human need: air, shelter, food, water. So they're going to need shelter. They're going to need a place to live. There are a lot of people that were selling their house, and they're going to need a place to move to. So I want to encourage everybody to stay encouraged and keep the right mindset that, you can sell real estate. You can still do deals. There just is some new normal, Zoom listing appointments and virtual listing presentations, things like that. I'll be sharing out to the Facebook page after this. Region is doing an every Wednesday. They're doing from 2 to 4. They're having 4 30-minute little micro sets that they're broadcasting like a webinar, and they have various topics. One of them today is Don Kraus from the Kraus Bosler Network up in Chesterfield, doing virtual listing presentations. So if you want to learn how to get on that, and how to do a virtual listing presentation, that'd be a good thing. They're come and go. You don't have to participate. It's just a webinar. They're 30 minutes. They're optional, but we wanted to give you guys more options to pour into your business. So I'll share those out to the Facebook for our group and for Connect, and you guys can check them out. Well, time to mute everybody. Let me mute. There we go. All right. If you want to participate and talk and you have anything to say or any questions to ask, please feel free to unmute yourself. We're going to go ahead and get rolling because it is fixing to be 9:03. I want to thank Ashley and Jeslyn's on her way. So Ashley and Jeslyn are the admin extraordinaires for the Ben Kinney team, Central Missouri, which is an expansion team here at the Lake of the Ozarks. They teach a normally in-person social media class that is always one of the biggest attendances we have, and it always goes long because people have tons of questions. So we're going to try to keep it succinct this morning. But obviously, if you have questions, you have things you want to point out, share with the group, ahas you've had around social media, please do so in the chat or just unmute yourself and jump in. Social media right now is really critical. I mean, right now we're not talking to people. So learning how to communicate with your database through social media, learning how to utilize it to generate business, and even being cognizant of appropriateness. From time to time, we'll have an agent make a post that's questionable, right? And we have to reach out and say, hey, you really got to think about what your social media profile says to your potential clients. And, remember that you're putting out your public face there. And so this is a great class and a great chance for us all to learn how to grow our business via this platform. So Ashley, I am going to unmute you and I will stop talking and let you start.
Hi guys. So the first thing we're going to cover is going over Facebook a little bit. I know a lot of people don't know how to find certain things, and I don't know how advanced any of you guys are on finding things. So I'll just kind of start from the starting point, and then if you guys need me to move forward or slow down, then just let me know. So do you guys all have business Facebook pages, or are you doing this from your personal pages?
In my experience with what I'm seeing going on as I help agents, it's a mixture.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them are popping back on the chats that they do business page.
Mm-hmm. I think it's best to do it from your business page and then share from your business page out, because every time you share something, it gets a further reach than it does on your business page, because not all your friends are there in that. Can I
Do
screen
you have to
share?
be careful when if you're doing business from your personal page? Will they shut you down if they feel like you're doing too much business?
No, it just depends on if you're putting the right brokerage information on your post or not. You need to absolutely always make sure you have your brokerage information and the phone number on any post that you do, to stay compliant. Otherwise, there are people watching, so you got to be careful with that, and make sure you get the name of your brokerage correct, because they're only, the fictitious names are very precise, so you have to make sure to use those. We've had so many people that think using certain ones are okay, and they're just not. So just make sure you check out yours. And I know you said there's people on here from Branson. I'm not sure what their fictitious names are, honestly. So, but let's see here. I'm gonna screen share for you guys. I think. How in the world? I've never done this before either, so this is
That's okay. We're all learning. Don't worry.
I want to move this bar down.
The
There.
picture bar?
Yeah, no, I got that one.
Okay.
All right. Is it not sharing mine?
You exit out of your Google Slides.
Hmm. Let's see here. I don't know what you guys can see currently.
We can see your Facebook.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to our page. So a couple of really fun things on your page. If you're doing a lot of posts, you can do pretty much any post from your page alone. They have what is called Creator Studio. Not sure if anybody knows what that is. Have you guys checked into that at all yet?
Yes, some of them definitely have.
Okay.
I would assume that the answer to most of the questions is going to be about 50-50. Yes, some of us have, and some people like me that are, I only Facebook because I'm forced to. So.
Okay. All right. So then we're going to go to, I'm used to working on a bigger screen. You can view your insights from here, and your insights tell you what kind of reach each of your posts are getting. So it's a really neat tool if you haven't really looked into it or don't really know what it means, but you can do it by post. You could do it by reach, which tells you how far it's getting. Sometimes we do paid ads, and it'll track those and the unpaid ads, which is organic. So if I'm just making a regular post, those are going to be your organic ones. And then your paid ones are up here as well. And it'll tell you your reach on each one over the series.
So these are analytics where you can track how your posts are doing and get a read on how well your reach is and how big your net that you're casting is with your social.
Yes.
Okay.
So then you can play around with different types of posts to see which ones are doing better. Like videos usually do better than a picture post or even just verbiage. So those are really neat to play with. And then when you're in this page, you can go to more and publishing tools. Maybe. Okay, and here you can see everything that you've published, how many engagements, which is likes, comments, shares, the reach that you're getting on each of these posts. And then if you go over to the left-hand side, there's the Creator Studio that I was telling you guys about. And this is probably one of my favorite things to use because you can schedule posts from it. You can do a lot of really nifty little things in there, like little short videos and stuff. So it takes you to this little home screen, and I would favorite it if I were you, because you don't even have to go onto your actual Facebook page to use it. But you can see all of your pages all at once. These are the pages that you manage. So they're all going to be there, and you can click all of them to see every single post from everyone, or if you're just looking for a single page that you handle. So they have all the courses on here. If you want to go through the videos and learn it yourself, that's literally what I did to learn how to use it, because it was a little frustrating in the beginning, even though it made sense, but it still, it took me a little bit to figure it out. So if we go to our content library, these are a little bit better. It'll tell you if it's paid, if it can be monetized, and all this different stuff. And sometimes you just don't know what it means, and that's okay. But it'll let you create a post. You can go to just your playlist. You can go to videos that you're allowed to cross post.
Now, what's a cross post?
Post on different pages.
Okay. So for some of our agents that have their business page and then also manage several different, like Table Rock Lake Boater Enthusiast Group or lake area happenings at Lake Ozarks, they can cross post those videos?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me plug in my computer.
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
Oh, goodness.
And guys, we talk all the time about knowing your numbers. The analytics that she showed, and this ability to look into the insights of how you're doing. One of the things that always cracked me up as a coach is we've all gone to those social media classes, or most of us now that are in real estate have gone to a social media class, and they've said things like, be interested, not interesting. And you can always tell who just went to a social media class, because on their Facebook post, they'll say, what's your favorite side dish at Thanksgiving? Broccoli and rice casserole or mashed potatoes? And then, that's because they've gone to this class where somebody told them, hey, no, ask these questions. I have never agreed with that philosophy, because I'm busy, right? My day needs to be time blocked. I need to be purposeful. I don't need 30 conversations going on Facebook about side dishes, right? Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't be interested. Robin Staten talks about the rule of 5, where you spend 5 minutes on there, you post 5 things, and you like 5 things, right? Something like that, the rule of 5. And that helps tell Facebook's computer algorithms to give you a broader share. They'll promote you more. So it's important to use these insights to actually track and see how you're doing. If you just go to some class and you just start throwing up posts once in a while on Facebook, that's not being purposeful, and it's not going to actually help you out. And you got to watch out too, because Facebook, if you're using, like she said, if you favorite this content creator and you go there to create your content, one of the things I hate about trying to utilize Facebook is the time vacuum, because I go to make a post and I end up scrolling through my feed and watching videos. If you go straight here, you can make your social media post without
the distractions.
Caught up in the timeline drag. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Did I tap dance enough for you to get your computer plugged in?
I'm in charge.
Take it away.
All right, so just so you guys can see, I know, I don't know how much you guys know, so I'm just gonna go into it. So whenever I come here, I go to my content library and I check out, okay, well this one, it was a video. You can create these little videos right here, and I'll click on it just to show you guys. You hit this little, the 3 dots, you can go to view post. And again, you're not going to your Facebook, it's just showing you this. It saves from the distraction a little bit. But this right here, you can grab this link if your clients need to see it. You have a direct link to just that post, so you can send them that link and say, this is where I shared it on my page. And it'll take them right there, so they're not scrolling for, what if they didn't look at it for a week or longer. So you send it to them and then click on it anytime and see, oh, there's that right there. And you're not just giving the link to your page. So
That's awesome because so many our clients want to know where it is. Why can't I find it on Facebook? Where is it at?
Exactly. Yeah, and it's so hard too. This one. My goodness. I forgot that one was a GIF, not a video. So then you can make these little videos and share them, and it's all created right there. You can add the audio. You can't add words, but it's still a neat tool rather than sitting there downloading an app, downloading all the pictures and creating a video slide out of that. So it takes maybe 5 minutes to make a post with a video, and then you just share it. And I can show you exactly how to do that. No.
Jenna Bates says that she was spending $400 a month for social media to be done for us. So, you know, a lot of agents, that's a great point, Jenna. A lot of agents have said, I don't have time for this. I'm going to spend money and pay some company to do it. And those posts, I mean, that's always an iffy thing, right? And at $400 a month, that's a big spend. She's just discovered ripple.com, RIPL.com, and says for $14.99 a month, she can do all her social media posts, you know, to different platforms for all their pages.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so ripple.com. Thank you, Jenna. That's a good idea. RIPL.com. You guys can read that in the chats as well.
Awesome.
Hootsuite is also another good one. And
I use Hootsuite.
You can have 3 accounts or 3 social media accounts on there for free and still make your post on there and schedule out for several months in advance.
Martin, you're froze.
Elise said Hootsuite, Lynn. Hootsuite, HOOTSUITE. Hootsuite is another. It sounds similar to Ripple. I haven't done Ripple, but it sounds similar in the fact that I know you can post to multiple social media platforms from it. Command also has a social media posting suite that is being built out, and you can schedule posts on your Facebook. You can also do Twitter and Instagram ads, I think, right now, but they're adding all the time. So Jenna says they use Hootsuite also. She says that Ripple will blow your mind, and all the content is saved, and you can then take the command. Oh, nice. So it saves all the content.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Ariel, I hope I'm saying that right. Ariel says we use Buffer for post scheduling, and it goes for Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest. So that's a great, a lot of great feedback here, guys. We really appreciate that. So you agents that are wondering, how do I post to all these different platforms? Do I have to go individually? Here are some options that you can go and make one post that goes out across different platforms.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Good job.
All right, so up here, if you'll notice, you can also get to Instagram from here, and it tracks that as well. What?
So you can gram.
Yeah, you got an
That's what
Insta.
the cool kids say.
But the fun thing about this is that those little videos that I was just telling you can make in the Creator Studio from Facebook, you can actually click Create Post, Instagram feed. You don't have to go to Instagram at all, but you can add content right here, and you can go from your Facebook page. So once you've shared that video on your Facebook page, it's there and available for your use. Nice. Or just a picture or a GIF or whatever you want to use. So you just click on whichever one you want to do. And I have to move you guys over here and hit continue with selected post. You do your verbiage, you can do a feeling and your location and all that, and it goes right to your Instagram. So you don't even have to leave this page really for those 2 things, which is great. Because that gets really frustrating having to go to all of the different social medias and.
Yeah, absolutely, that's a huge time vacuum.
Yeah. So.
What is IGTV, if I can just ask?
IGTV, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I'm pretty sure that's whenever they go live from Instagram.
Oh, okay. All right.
At least.
It's Instagram TV. So they're trying to implement something similar to YouTube. What Facebook and Instagram are trying to do is basically make their own integrated version. And right now there's no time cap on how long a video is when you upload. So something that my small business group is focusing on as far as our Instagram feeds are, is uploading to the Instagram TV and utilizing both YouTube and this platform just to make our search engine optimization and our web presence bigger.
Gotcha. Okay, good info.
That is really cool. Thank you. So now we're in here in Facebook. Sorry.
Marina had a question. She says she has been told that Facebook doesn't like the Hootsuite type programs and won't direct as many to see the post from there. Do you have any info around that?
I used to use Hootsuite to go everywhere rather than up until I found Creator Studio. And it's probably been since Christmas, I want to say, around there. And now we're just down to the free account. So we just have Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter on there. So I'm not sure, but I did hear that it does exactly what she said. So it's very possible.
So the algorithms may not like those posts as much. Some of that maybe, you know, my understanding of Facebook and the way its algorithms work is it wants you to engage with Facebook, and that's how you kind of push yourself up. So when you have something that's just a generic post feed, but you're not actually engaging with other people's posts and other people's feeds, the algorithms push you further down the list. So Elise raised your hand. You don't have to raise your hand, Elise, just jump in.
It was better than interrupting you. Facebook actually took a huge update a few months ago. They updated their algorithm that is very heavily impacting business accounts specifically. And part of what they did in their update was if you have a call to action that directs them anywhere outside of Facebook, they will bury that. They will bury that post because their goal is to keep you on Facebook as long as possible, you as the viewer. So if you have a post that says call now or call me, then they will bury that. So like I manage Priscilla Nick's Facebook account for her. And purposely, since they redid the algorithm, I have been purposely avoiding call to actions. I've just been saying utilizing hashtags, which is something that they also updated their algorithms to work with more. But I've purposely been leaving out things like call now or external website links even. I'll put it in the comments below. That way it doesn't drag my post down to the depths of no one seeing it.
So, and that, you know what, I heard a couple things I want to ask questions on, and then we've got some good stuff going on in the chat. So let me jump in here. The first thing I would say is that it probably explains why the Command Lead Accelerator has the secret sauce is using the Facebook lead capture format, because it doesn't direct them out of Facebook. So Facebook probably really likes that, as opposed to putting in an external link for the websites, which we've shown has a real struggle to get in. So that's good information. At least that kind of explains why that happens. Also, I heard you mention hashtags, and Ashley, I want to be sure that we talk about hashtags, because I don't think people realize how critical getting a hashtag and owning your hashtag can be as far as your search engine optimization. And then in the chat, Terry says, isn't YouTube also favored by Facebook? Thane says it's favored by Google, not Facebook, right? Google owns YouTube. Facebook is trying to do the IGTV. And then Lynn Haig jumps in. Does Ripple.com post to Google too? And I don't know if Ripple, Google's a search engine, right? So,
well, you have Google My Business, which if you post on regularly, you gain followers and reviews there.
okay.
And it will remind you if you put your business on Google My Business, it'll tell you every 2 weeks or so that your most recent post is expiring. And that's also going to improve your social or your SEO, your search engine optimization. So what that means is when somebody Googles Martin Richardson, what's going to be brought up?
Don't do that. Don't Google Martin.
Okay,
Nobody
you
needs
can
to
Google
see
mine,
that.
that's
Okay.
fine. We can
Yeah.
Google Elise Jenkins, but hopefully it brings up Lake Ozark Soap Company, because I did not close that company that long ago. So hopefully my search engine optimization work is still active there.
So they need to take advantage of Google My Business. Oh, Tiana, I said don't Google Martin Richardson. We were just nobody needs to see those pictures. And now everybody, of course, is. So we'll give everybody a minute to see that. And then Thane also says YouTube will boost to your Google ads and brand awareness. Yes, what Elise is saying. And Lynn jumped in. Elise blows my mind, so smart. So Elise getting lots of love there. And Google My Business, that's the first time I've learned it. So, you know, that's everybody needs to go check out the Google My Business. So, all right, diving back in here.
Are you ready?
Yeah, sorry, Ashley, just trying to MC through.
No, it's okay. I love it. We never really get this much interaction of people that actually know a lot more about it. So it's great. And I'm actually taking notes. So
Excellent. The presenter's learning something too.
yes. Hey, I never said I was the best. So okay, so we're back on to the Creator Studio, and let's go ahead and create a post. Move you guys again. I just got word that there is no internet at my house, so I might stay here for a little bit longer. So then we're going to go to multimedia, and this is where you can create different types of posts. You can create a photo album, a photo carousel, which is where you add, I think it's 10 pictures, and you can change the caption on each picture individually. On those, you can create a slideshow, which is what I was telling you about with the little video. And you can change the seconds to different, it can be 1 to 5 seconds, I believe, in between each slide of the picture. And then you can add your audio. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, just so like you could see that, because I think that I've gotten a lot more engagement through just doing those than I get with a photo carousel, absolutely. And the photo carousels are really great, but I just noticed that I've gotten a lot more interaction with the slideshow. The instant experience, I've only gotten to work one time. Me and it have a love-hate relationship currently. So when I figure that one out, I will let you know. So right here, you can change, this is your initial setup. And you can add your pictures here. You can change your, it was 5 seconds. So I usually do a 3 second because I don't want it to be too long, but long enough to get the picture kind of going across and people can see what's going on. So we can add pictures. You can add them directly from your Facebook, or you can go into your computer. And I've already done this one, but we'll just add a few here.
So Tim popped in while you're looking for that with a question on the call to action. If we put our web page and our Facebook ads created through command, does this interfere with the algorithm? So I don't think if it has a link to your website, that's not the same as a call to action, right, Elise?
I think that's different just because it's a paid ad versus just a normal post. See, they're making money off of you putting that ad there, so I think that they care a little bit less about maybe it leading you, the viewer, somewhere else. I think it's when it's, from what I was taught through the seminar with Facebook, is that algorithm and the call to action, as far as that goes, is it's just when it's a normal post.
And we don't use command, so I can't help with that. I'm sorry. Hopefully soon. So once you get your pictures uploaded, you can do them individually if you have them in different folders or whatever, but just get your pictures in there. And then I always do a fade. You can preview it right here on how it's going to go through. And I really feel like 3 seconds is enough for that. Then you can get over here to your music, and these are all just the ones that come up automatically You can actually upload your own music if you have something that you'd like to use. Just make sure that you own the rights to it.
Anita asked, is this the create a photo carousel option?
No, this is the create slideshow option.
Okay.
So, get the action. So, then you just hit create slideshow after you get your music all picked out, and do your verbiage like you normally would, and hit publish, or you can schedule it however you want to do it. I love this because you don't have to go somewhere else to schedule a post. Like, they changed Facebook not too awful long ago, and I lost how to do that for a little bit, and it kind of freaked me out. So then I found it again. So it's really cool. It's a really neat tool. I mean, you don't have to be on Facebook and get all the distractions and all that. I personally do everything from Jamie's Facebook because I'm not licensed, so I can't share anything. So I'll create it from in there. So I'm not going to be scrolling through his Facebook anyways, but so that's how you do that one. I'm going to discard it. Movie guys. Then multimedia again, if you want to do the photo carousel. And that's just a lot of, this one's changed too. I haven't done this one in a while. Elise, is it Elise?
Sorry, I turned the mic off.
You what?
I turned the mic off.
Oh, have you done a photo carousel in a while?
No, you actually taught me a nice little trick there. I didn't realize that all this was there. I just knew that you could go into this area and schedule a post for the future.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't explored yet, so I really have taken a lot of value from this.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad. It used to be different, and I used to be able to click on the picture, and now it's giving me a destination URL to do a photo carousel. But let me. I'm going to go to my regular page here because I know it might not have changed here. Yeah. No.
I think last week's the last time I made you'd have to switch the order of it like how it used to. You put the link in first and then it would assign it. It switched, so you had to put the picture in, and then after it asked for the URL, you put the URL in, and then you could keep adding all your pictures. You could change the URL for each picture, and you could still put the caption.
Oh, Jeslyn's here, by the way.
I was fixing to say, for those that don't know where that person's coming from, that is Jeslyn. She's the other super admin on the Ben Kinney team, and normally they teach this class as a duo. So Ashley's been doing a solo act, and now Jeslyn's here, and she's going to help out.
Ashley was doing great, so I just stayed out of the room.
She's just gonna leave me.
But I have done the photo carousel more recently, and it changed, and you had to put in the picture, and then when you had to click a different little spot, and it would take a while to load, and then you would put your URL in, and then keep adding all your pictures, and you can actually change the URL for each picture in the carousel, and then you can put the caption under each picture also.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I entered that URL and the URL, I call it URL. I keep all of my properties right here, and I have certain things that I do with them. I always have our bit.ly links in them, so I can use them at any time. So what I did was take the bit.ly link that I created for this property on 127 Scarlet Oak Circle, and I put it in the destination URL, and I clicked the little arrow over here, and it took a minute to populate. So that's how that one works now. And then you can go ahead and add another photo. So I'm going to go to that photo real quick. And just grab a couple of pictures. Away. And it'll take another second and it'll populate.
I think the most thing I've learned, taken away from Facebook in the last couple of weeks is things are much slower to load than what they had been.
Everybody's on the internet.
And even in processing the photos, especially if you're high resolution photos, it just takes a little bit longer to process. So just because it doesn't pop up instantly, take a breath, walk away a minute if you have to, and give it time to process.
It's a great point. Sometimes you just got to let the computer do its thing. Hey, Terry asked, can these URLs be used in Matrix?
That has to be a Google Drive link only, I believe it says.
We're using them specifically in Matrix for what part?
How can you incorporate, and Terry also asked, how can you incorporate a branding logo?
You're not allowed to brand in Matrix.
Okay.
Now for Facebook, you can use, we use a program called uBrand to do it quickly, or you can, that's a program you have to purchase, and it can do mass quantities of photos and watermark them for you quickly. Otherwise, you can go in other programs like Canva or some other programs like that and drop your logo on them. And you could use branded images then for your photos anywhere else, which another day, if you're talking about Craigslist or something else, most places you want to use a branded photo, any place you're posting it online, just so that you can't have any scams and then you're always branded.
Gotcha.
You need to get closer.
Terry also asked, there's a place to put unbranded and branded videos in Matrix, right?
Right here.
Right. So does that have to be a Google Drive, or can that be the URL that you were just using?
You can't put a bit.ly in there.
So unbranded photos, this one I do know about. Here, I'll scoot a little. So unbranded virtual tours, the easiest way to do it is from a Google Drive. And what you have to make sure of when you hit your share feature from your video is it has to be an unbranded video completely. And then you click on that video and click to share, and you want to get a sharing link, but you have to make sure that that sharing link is open to anyone with the link.
Okay.
That's the specific sharing setting for that.
Okay.
And that's so wherever it publishes, anybody can access it at any time. And Google Drive then does not redirect you back to anything that's branded to the listing agent at all. And Matrix is very specific about that on the unbranded tours.
I'm going to show you how to do that real quick.
And then Ariel popped in, was it uBrand that KW partnered with in Command Design? I believe it's WeBrand. Sorry, Thane. Yeah, Matrix is what our MLS uses up here at the lake. And so it's our MLS feed is when we're talking about is when we're talking about it. So I don't know what Branson uses for their MLS, but ours is Matrix. So that's when we're talking about Matrix, we're talking, okay, y'all use Flex. So we're talking about that. And then Ariel says they're using Command Designs in Canva. Yeah, me too.
But this still holds true for any type of MLS that you're using. If they require an unbranded tour in any place, you can still use this Google Drive link. And it is specifically there. Ashley has pulled up, if you guys can see on the screen, when you go to the video and
you right click on it and get shareable link right here. And I want to turn it on.
And girls, is it uBrand, YOUBRAND?
It's just U, the letter U, and then BRAND. Or actually, it's uMark. Sorry.
Yeah, uMark. I was like, what?
uMark.
Which I have somewhere on my computer. Right here. uMark.
uMark online.
Uh-huh. And you can do it online, or there's a downloadable thing that you can install on your computer, and that way you don't have to be online when you're doing it.
So your link here, if you go, turn your link sharing on, then hit sharing settings. You want to, anyone with the link right here, you can change anyone at Ben Kenny, which is what we usually do, but then you're gonna hit more. Yours might pop up differently. So anyone with the link is what we want to put, and then we'll hit save, and then you can grab that link, copy here, and I'm not in that one, but you can paste it and it'll go. It's a safer option, I think, more secure.
And our MLS is very specific that whenever they're doing anything unbranded, they don't want it to direct back to the listing agent, back to any listing agent websites, anything like that. That's why you can't pull your video links from any of your websites or your YouTubes or anything that is going to be branded like that. That's the easiest way to do it. I would assume you could use an unbranded tour YouTube link that's a link share type of thing, but typically anything that we put on YouTube that's for public viewing is going to be branded. The only time we use an unlisted photo, an unlisted video for YouTube is if we're going to do a link share just within our team or within our network.
Excellent. And that's, you know, she's being nice. Our MLS is they're a booger to deal with.
Yes.
It's lovely.
Yeah, that is. Also, you guys, they're talking about Google Drive. If you aren't aware, your kw.com email address is a G Suite email, right? It's branded for KW, but it's powered by Google. So you can actually go to Google and sign in to that kw.com email as a Google account, and you get a Google Drive, Google Sheets, all sorts of that, all included in your kw.com email.
I think it's about 30 gig of storage by default that you have with your Google Drive connected to that. If you hit a point that like we use Google Drive for all of our cloud-based storage. So we have surpassed our basic capabilities with it, and we upgraded each one of ours. It's $1.99 a month to get it up to 100 gig. So it's not expensive to upgrade. I think you can also do like $20 a year, but it's still the same. And it's worth it. That way we know, especially now when we're all working from home, everything's accessible everywhere. It's accessible on your phone, it's accessible on your laptop, it's accessible on anything you can log into your G Suite.
Nice. Marina points out she made a YouTube channel and she just called it unbranded channel with no contact info.
Oh.
Make sure and have it be unlisted then, so the public can't find it. And that you could do that, and then whenever you upload your videos, you have the option to make them unlisted, and you just get an unlisted link for them and use that link in there also. But that way anybody with the link can see it, but you're not throwing it out there to the public with no contact information. That's what I'd really recommend, because we use it for team videos all the time, or all the Zooms that we download the recordings. Sometimes it's hard for different computers, or you're in different places and it can't process the video very quickly. So I literally have a, yeah, and I have a playlist on here that's just like team videos. Yep. And every video that is in here is just a link share only. It's an unlisted video.
Right here.
And so you just share it by link.
And you'll grab your link here.
Yep.
So right here, you can change it from unlisted. If you want to go ahead and put it wherever and make it public, then you can change that at any time. But the unlisted one is good to have. It's a little nifty.
It processes faster. And it doesn't require you to be logged into anything at all, ever. It just pops up YouTube, like how you click on YouTube videos and Facebook and stuff like that.
Okay. Keep bouncing. Okay, so this one finally loaded. My photo carousel, like Jeslyn said, sometimes you just gotta walk away and let it do its thing and then come back to it, and that is exactly what's happened today. So if you click on this, the little bar here, it'll highlight yellow, but you can put, hey, check out this property, or anything else that you wanna put in there.
That's your tab.
And yeah. Anything that you want to put in there, you just click over. You can go to the next one and put master bedroom here, and then, or whatever you want to put in there. Each one you can put something different. Within these, I like to, because this is the original post, in one of those, and it's usually the last one, I put the agent's name, our team, Keller Williams, LO Realty, and the phone number for the brokerage, because that is something that you have to have somewhere in every post. If you are advertising yourself, if you're listing, you know, the agent, if you're trying to promote them, put your brokerage information in there as well. So then you just publish it from there after you do, if you want to do some verbiage up here. So that one's pretty easy to use. I used to do that one quite a bit. You can do this one from the actual page too, from a regular post, or at least you used to be able to. I haven't been on the actual page in a while. So.
It still worked as of last week.
Yeah.
So Uriah was asking, is there a 360 virtual tour option on Facebook ads?
I've never done a Facebook.
I don't think so yet. We're actually just getting into our virtual. You're talking about like how you do 360 the images.
I'm gonna guess that yes, that's what he's talking about.
I have noticed how you can take flat images and turn them into 360s, like they don't have to be a portrait mode from an iPhone. I haven't gotten that to work yet though.
Okay. Well, good question, Uriah. I'm sure it'll be coming. I'm sure they're going to add, all of these platforms probably going to be adding a lot of virtual tour options and virtual 360 options as social distancing stays in place.
Now you can turn a trick that we're doing, not really a trick, but it's a great lead gen thing. If you have, I don't know if Command has opened up virtual open house or virtual tour options yet for lead capture, or if you're still on the same, is there an open house lead capture in Command, Martin?
No.
Okay, so you could still do a link lead capture though, and you could create a virtual open house in Facebook, and they could click the link to register for it, and then you know if you can make any tags or anything like that that come with those registrations, then you know who you need to reach out to send a virtual video or do a walkthrough for.
Now, does everybody on here know how to make their links? Was that something that you guys wanted to go over, or do I remember correctly?
That's just what I was thinking, kind of talking with you, but if they're using their Command, is most everybody using their Command sites yet, or are you using your MLS links, or what are you guys doing?
Oh, I think that's all over the board. You'll get some that are using it, some that are using multiple, you know, their website plus another website plus links. And people said, please go over the links. We had multiple people say, please go over the links. So yeah, sounds like a great way to kind of land this plane, as if we talk about the links a little bit.
Is everybody trying to lead generate back to Command, or what are you trying to lead generate back to? I think that lets us know which direction to go.
I'm lead generating back to Command is what Paul says. And that's, you know, you ask 50 people that question, we've got probably 30 that are using their Command, 10 that are using their top producers still, or whatever, you know, their various CRMs.
Okay.
Oh, guys, can you see that? It's RIPL, no E.
Oh, Ripple is so cool.
Yeah.
Jenna was telling us about that.
We used to, so about 3 years ago, I did a subscription to Ripple and used it all the time, because even you can download the videos to your phone and incorporate those. If you're using Apple products, you can then incorporate different parts of that into a longer iMovie and use that as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can use Ripple to make your branding portions and to do different spots, and then you can cut and paste and do it into an iMovie, and it's really awesome.
See, all you Android users wish you could do that.
I'm sure Ripple
Hey.
does. Ripple works on both platforms, I think, but that iMovie feature is awesome.
Me and Apple just don't get along.
So links, let's talk about those
Okay.
for a minute.
So, like, if we were going to go to our website for a link, now in command, this is just basic link sharing. Say if we were going to go to our site and we were going to pull up a listing, whatever software or program or anything that you're using, know what your link capture settings are, your lead capture settings. So if you are set to be very strict and it's like 1 click and it prompts somebody, or if you're at 3 clicks, so they can get 3 clicks through a property or through 3 properties before they have to register, go in and find whatever platform you're using and see what your lead capture settings are, and see if that's really what you want, and watch your different test things. So here I just picked a random listing here. If you were just using, we have different features where we can put, we can set how our routing and everything goes from our site. So we can actually put a /share behind this and it pops up and asks what kind of tags and how we want everything done. If you were just going to a normal site to share it, you could actually take your link right here and copy it. You could go on and use a shortener like bit.ly, so you could track it. Or you can go, do you have just a plain page open?
You can open one. Or two.
I didn't even know what I clicked.
It's on Jamie.
Okay.
Just saying
So
You can go into your
on the
personal
chat
post.
bounce in. Thane says, I don't think the new command sites have a lead capture option. Maybe I'm not. When you say a lead capture option, obviously the new command sites have a spot where it says, want more info or contact us. You can put in your name, email, phone number, and that sends it through. What are you guys talking about as far as lead capture option?
Well, most sites, or even if you were sharing, like if you were sharing an MLS link, once they click to certain parts, don't they pop up for you guys and ask you to register for a free account?
Right.
On command websites, Martin, I can kind of cover that. On the command websites, they have no option. You can browse as many properties as you want, and it will never pop up asking them to sign in or to register.
Okay,
Right.
so they actually have to go to the contact us page?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's something that I put a call into. Oh, Deb knows who it is. The marketing guys down there in Texas. I can't think of their name right now.
But we've got that into labs basically to get them to build
Yes.
that in. Okay.
Yeah, I've asked them a couple times if that was a feature we would be able to have option to, because that hurts us definitely not having that link or having that option.
I think so. One, you could look at it on the sunny side of it. You're getting people that actually want more information when they're clicking. Everybody has a different viewpoint. There are schools of thought that want very strict lead capture, first click, that's it, capture as many leads as you can, and then you can filter them out. And then there are ones that don't want lead capture on it at all unless somebody has actually hit the button that says inquire. We use lead capture. Most of our sharing stuff is actually on almost a 1 click. Our website settings are set though for a 3 click, so they can be around three different properties, just generally searching on our site before they get prompted. Our share settings though it's an instant prompt. If you're sharing though just a regular link from anywhere and you're doing it on your personal page, you just still enter in and pull and wait for your preview. Oh, you made the
I
share
made
link.
the share link, yeah.
I was
just gonna show them what it went, because they were asking about the pump, so.
yeah, it's a different. I'm gonna make this private so we can go back to it here in just a second.
Oh,
Because I
well,
wanted to.
you can delete the link from the page or from the comments once it's there.
Yeah, I wanted this without the share. And for the reason of if you're just going to any of your other basic places that you don't have this type of lead capture, then whenever you pull it up, if you're using your long link, wait for your preview to fetch and see if that comes up with a good thumbnail. If it doesn't come up with a good thumbnail for you, I would definitely recommend posting your picture and then using a shortened link of some form to put in your description, and so they know how to click. And then there's different schools of thought also, whether you put multiple pictures or just one picture, so that you know whether you're just doing a teaser or how much information people get. But then here you'd go on and just write your blurb, and you could actually delete this entire link after the thumbnail populates. This one happens to be a decent front page thumbnail, so we
That
would
doesn't always
just,
happen.
right, we would write out the description and erase the long link and ready to go.
Excellent. And then, well, we've got a lot of people jumping in and texting. Thane says this works well. He's used it on, he's used this form posting multiple times from his website. Deb says she wants a recording of this. She's got to go to a meeting, so she wants to be able to not miss a thing. You guys are doing a great job. Jenna asked, when you just share the link like this, do you have to add all your info for your team in KW?
We typically do. It'll be down further. Anytime you share your personal information, you have to share your brokerage information. So Ashley can show you an example. She'll write the entire description, but it'll be like entered down further. So it'd be in a spot you have to hit click to see more. So it doesn't take up all your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She has some little tricks with doing this, but anytime you include your information with real estate, anything you include about you, you have to include about your brokerage.
Right. That's MREC rule, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So what I do to kind of get out of that, I make these just a little picture.
Mhm.
I have the agent's name, our team, and down here, itty bitty, it just has to be somewhere. It says Keller Williams, LO Realty, the phone number, and each office independently owned and operated. I will share that as a picture, as the first picture or whatever, because it is in that post. So anytime it's shared anywhere, it is stuck there. Nobody can, alter it in any way. And up here, this is typically what I do, but whenever we go to Marketplace, I will put in there Tammy Wickham, her phone number, Ben Kinney team. I'll enter down, and then I'll put Keller Williams, Lake Ozark Realty, the phone number, and then each office independently owned and operated. Like I will put that literally everywhere. I do it on Craigslist as well. But if I'm sharing to any social media, just a picture, then I'm putting it on that picture to share. And those can be created in Canva. I know a lot of you already use those. So
that covers your butt. So if anybody steals your picture, or no matter how many times that post gets shared on Facebook, that sometimes sometimes you have the option now when you hit share to save original post or to create a new when you hit share. If anybody just hits share and the only thing it pulls is the picture, this covers your butt because it's including your information and your brokerage information no matter where you're going.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I make it little itty bitty, but it's on there.
And it can be, and that anybody can zoom in, especially on our phones, we zoom in just a little bit. I'd probably make that one a tiny bit bigger because it hides in the shadow.
Well,
That's what I do with mine.
this has been a
mine
ton
real
of
small,
great
just-
information. And as always, I know we could go for hours on the social media classes, and I know we do in person. We're coming up on 10 o'clock though, and we want to honor everybody's schedule and let them get to their lead gen. So I just want to take a couple seconds to roll through the last bit of the comments. Margie Stafford says, who is the other person with Ashley and where are they located? What office? Very good. They know their stuff. So Margie, that is Ashley&Jeslyn. They work for Jamie Estes on the Ben Kinney team. Right now they're all at the 42 location there in the current market center. And they are awesome. And we get them to teach this class as often as we can because they are definitely our masters of the social media universe. Jenna says she's thinking about a page for all the videos to all KW listings so we can all have access to easily grab and share with our own clients when they have an interest. Videos aren't accessible in Matrix for listings sometimes. I see them advertised elsewhere. Just a thought, unbranded videos, what we can text easily to clients. I would say that that's certainly not a bad idea. I don't know how we would build that out, but that's something we could look into. There's probably some rules around making sure you get permission from an agent to share their video out if you're, I don't know how that would all work, but we could definitely do that. And Terry says, so you guys do these pictures on Canva. Yeah, Canva is a big tool. If you haven't used Canva, they have a free version that's kind of nifty, but if you actually get the paid version, it's got a lot of cool stuff. So I just want to thank you ladies for giving us your time this morning and pouring into all the other agents. Do you want to share how they can email you if they have more questions, et cetera, things like that?
Sure. My email is ashley.woods@benkinneyteam.com.
Okay.
And mine is just Jeslyn@benkinneyteam.com.
Excellent. Ashley Woods at benkinneyteam.com, Jeslyn at benkinneyteam.com. I appreciate you guys so much for coming in today and giving your time to pour into our agents. We're so grateful to have you guys and all of the great admins that really are the backbone of all the great teams, right? We all know that if it wasn't for the admins, the Rainmakers wouldn't look as good. So we're grateful to have all of you guys. I want to thank everybody for participating this morning. I want to encourage you, like I do every time, please share this with an agent you're friends with in your market center or outside of your market. We'd love to have this participation up to 100. So if you got something out of this today, tell somebody in your market center, tell somebody you're friends with, tell another agent, hey, we're training every morning. We can pour into your business. It's a great opportunity to grow your downline if they're outside of our market centers. And if it's inside your market centers, it's a great idea to help everybody improve. So Jenna says, thanks, ladies. She's going to watch the YouTube to learn more when it's posted. Anita says, thank you. You guys are getting lots of love. Ashley and Jeslyn, you did a great job. We're so grateful. I want to encourage everybody to continue to pray for your fellow agents, our country. We're all going to get through this. Get out there, lead generate. There's plenty of real estate to do. And we will see you all tomorrow morning, same bat time, same bat station. So y'all come back now, you hear?
Bye.
Bye.